In this video, we're talking about the Spring 28 geometry released items for the Ohio end of course test. We talked about question 1 in a previous video. We also talked about question 2 and question 11. So in this video, we're talking about questions 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to start with question 3, which should look very familiar. We've spent quite a bit of time talking about the equations of lines in various different forms. So we have the question saying line K has a slope of -5. So we know slope is -5. Line J, so let's be specific, that's for line K. And then line J is perpendicular to line K and passes through the given point 5, 9. So I know I'm writing on the test, and your test is on your screen, so make sure you're using your scrap paper here, writing down the very same things that I'm writing down. So we know the given line K has slope -5. Now remember, perpendicular slopes are opposite reciprocal. It's easier to think about a reciprocal if we make that first slope into a fraction by putting it over 1. So now line J has a slope opposite and reciprocal. So it's negative, it'll become positive, and we're going to flip it. So the new slope is 1/5. Line J also passes through this point 5, 9, so we're going to label that x1, y1. Now when we're given a slope and a point, the best choice is to plug that in to our point slope form of a line. So that's y minus y1 equals m times parentheses x minus x1. So from here, we just plug in the y1, which is 9, the m, which is 1/5, and the x1, which is 5. And you can just be finished there. If you forgot the equation for point slope form of a line and you just wanted to go with the one that most often comes to mind, which is y equals mx plus b, you could still solve it. In this case, we would label the point xy, and we would solve for b, and then plug everything back in. Question 4. Jeremy wants to know the density of a rock in grams per cubic centimeter. The rock has a mass of 1.08 kilograms and a volume of 400 cubic centimeters. So what is the density of the rock in grams per cubic centimeter? This is a huge hint right here. The fact that they want our answer to be grams per cubic centimeter. We don't even need a formula. We just need to convert the kilograms into grams and write that information over the cubic centimeters that were given, 400. 1.08 converts to kilograms. Kilo is 1,000 times the size of a gram. So we just move that decimal place. We move it over 3 spots, 1, 2, 3. We throw an extra 0 in there, which is how we get the 1,080, and then divided by 400. So you can just type that into your calculator by just typing as you normally would. I know a graphing calculator is unfamiliar to some of us. And we get 2.7 as our answer. And that's it. Now finally, question 5, we have a two-way table. So that just means we have 2 different variables. We have the year and we also have the months of the year. And this question says it's about the number of births in thousands in the U.S. for the years of 2010 and 2011. So we're expected to find the probability that a baby was born in February, given that the baby was born in 2011. So let's take a look. We're going to focus on that second row there where it's 2011, and then we just have to look for the month of February. So we have 299, and again, that's 1,000. So 299,000 babies were born in February, and it says we also already know that it's in 2011, so the total for 2011 is 3,966. So that would be our final answer. Again, here, talking about probability is we just find the very specific piece that it is in February, and that the given information is that the baby was born in 2011. So there gives our probability as the part to the total. So that concludes this page of 3, 4, and 5. Each of these problems is pretty straightforward. Just have to recall a formula here, and this one is just really using some careful reading. So be super careful, read questions multiple times, that can be helpful, and then notice the units of measure, kilograms, and then the answer is in grams per cubic centimeter. And finally, just some basic knowledge of probability will get you through this 5th question.